follow the road. It's a little bit to the left, but you just want to do the right.
There's that moon. How are we going out there? We're today in the Warrumbungles looking at going to an off-peak mountain called Weddingcake. So we've just come off this road here and now we're finding our way through the bush. Today we're hoping and praying that we don't get the same old wall of wattles and other trees. It's been absolutely hardcore pushing them aside, harder than being in a rainforest. It's a bit of a rocky hill down. We're climbing our way down to a saddle to get to Castle Mountain or Castle Rock, whatever they want to call it. So this is what it's looking like right now. This
is the first observatory.
Reached the other side of the saddle. Haven't climbed up much yet, but this is a little bit open, more open at the moment. We're getting views of the observatory from many angles. We're going in this direction here. We found a little view on this no-name hill. That's Weddingcake where we're going to. Oh, it's pretty clear up there. That's Castle Rock. We want to get to this Saddleback, but there's a huge dip between the two. That's Tibook and Blackjack Mountain there. I was led to believe in the far distance the peaks over there are Mount Caputar. But yeah, this is the scrubby top that we're on. Just choosing the path of least resistance here. We keep getting caught in heavy patches and then coming out the other side and finding open sections like this. Yesterday there were no open sections, so we're just taking the best while we can. So far it's looking okay and we're making some pretty good time in the saddle, and we've found this amazing section to walk through easily. There's a creek lined on the map and we're crossing it now. I thought it would be much steeper up and down to get along this, but it's pretty good, and our approach up the hill is quite open. I'm enjoying that too. We're starting the climb to Castle Rock. This is where we've come from. That's the first part. We went across this peak here. Can't even call it anything. There's got no name. And then we came down here, into here, and up this spur that's starting. That will get us to Castle Rock. This is how we're going up ahead. Much better walking than yesterday. This is the official top of Castle Rock.
I'll be wearing a fucking shirt right now. It's the only thing I worry about.
So we're trying to find a view for being up here. I'm sure I saw one, but can't at the moment. It's pretty thick. Found an interesting double rock formation ahead of me. Just caught our first glimpse at the top of Weddingcake up there. We're trying to work out a way to get up there. It's quite steep. Yeah, Mark's idea was to go over there. I'm just seeing a chute through there. Might be good as well. Finally caught my breath after the final ascent. Here we are at the top of the saddle, not right at the top, but amazing views. We're at the far east of Warrumbungles Park.
Death Wheel.
And here we are, what we saw yesterday. There's Death Wheel, which we couldn't climb. and the other Weo that you can. Yeah, that's full on that death Weo. Yeah, and slowly get to, well, I don't think we're that far from the top actually. Look up there. What views. This is our final approach to the far upper part of the wedding cake. It doesn't look like a wedding cake from here, but from what we saw yesterday, it did. Anyway, there's some bloody eagles, probably the same ones that were harassing me at Weo Peaks. The thing I don't like about eagles is they're likely to attack the drone, which they did yesterday, and that's a big investment. So I don't want to lose that investment. Here's my mate the eagle again. Hope that can get him. He's gonna harass me. I can't fly my drone with him around.
Here, that's his home, the Weo.
Yeah, I reckon it's the same one that was with us at Weo. He's following me around. Go away, fly. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's from the sun. It's right up above me. These are amazing views. I especially like the one of Weo. You can see where we climbed yesterday. That is one hell of a razorback. It's about 2 meters wide at the top anyway. Square top we were thinking of climbing. That's the big one. Little square tops in front of it. And then this is the middle section. It got blocked. There's views of the other side. Here I am at the far edge of the upper level of the wedding cake. It looks like it from, say, over there at Weo Peaks. Here I am looking at it. The second level. There's some interesting features. That down there is a dike, and we saw these interesting walls from the other angle. There was another one here, just there. We wanted to get a side angle of. I like that over there. Amazing views. That, I think, is the official peak. The eagles are still chasing us. I don't know whether to put my drone up or not. But what a spectacular day. we've come down all the way from Weddingcake, and we find out we have to give up this beautiful treeless spur to go down through here to get across there to Saddleback Mountain, which looks easy when we're up. We're following a goat's track along the side of the hill to get to the promised land for goats, which is that grassy hill. You might be able to see it in the distance. This is fogged up, isn't it? Yeah, that's what we're aiming for. Supposedly there's a very steep hill above us, so we're avoiding that, but I'll check that out once I get on top of it. We're getting closer. There's the mountain, pretty open here. So we go on this open foresty section all the way to there. Like that, and just like that, not far away from where I took the last shot, here we are in the saddle. So we're aiming to get up there. Nice views anyway around here. Here's part of Weddingcake. So serene here. Not loving the blackberries. This is our walk up. Mark's above me somewhere. He's decided to go up as quick as possible. We made it to the saddle. First we go on to tall Saddleback, and then we go on to view Saddleback. This is the side of the Weddingcake from Saddleback. You can see 3 levels of a Weddingcake there. Just awesome views today. There's Death Weo, that's what we call it, the unclimbable one. Square top and little square top. Scrabbly Peak maybe, don't know. And here we are on top of nice Saddleback. Good views as usual, in different directions again. We spotted one. This one here is called Bookshelf. And blackjack to book. There's a another dike there, which is quite interesting. And the usual suspects that we've been seeing all day. We got too imaginative before, thinking that this is too steep to climb down. It's climbable. So it was a bit harder to get through the scrubby side of the hill there. We're going up this. On the top is a grassy knoll, which would be good right now. There's one of the places where we came from. What a day. Beautiful skies. The way back we've been cutting off all the high points and finding the easiest, most open sections like this one. We were probably in a thicker section just before. We spotted this from one of the hills, so this is where we're continuing. We're making up ground really fast. We're really close to the car right now. This was what inspired the walk, and we just added on everything we could fit into our day. Yeah, we saw this, well, we saw a gully,